And we got the end of qualifying here today. It looks like we're going to have the 78 car leading the way, the 14 in second. 32 will start third. Mr. Prez in the 2 will start fourth. Thomas in the 4 car, he will start fifth and round out the top 5. Junior Nation will take over 6th place. Wolf Matthew in 7th. The Mick in the 22 will start in 8th. And then several cars will go to. Those include Whitey, who will be looked to as one of the contenders tonight in the.
We're going green. Be ready? Green, green, green.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're getting ready to line up here at Bristol and get going.
Now, outside.
Drivers are getting into their order as we speak. We got the 78 car who's going to start with the pole. That's going to be Marty from the lead.
Hang tight there, driver.
We're going to go green next time by. Lights are out on the pace car. We're going to have the 78 lead the field down. We're going to follow with Thomas. He's the leader in the points. He's got the most victories. We're going to follow him to the green flag.
Stay high,
starting in 5th position. He's the guy to beat here today, they say, in the garage area. 78 will lead him to the green.
Still there.
He's got JD just to his outside. Tyler in 3rd. Brad in 4th. Green flag's in the air. Bristol's underway. 250 laps. What a start by Marty Phillips out in 1st. 32 trying to take away the 2nd position from 3rd. We're watching one of our closest competitors right now in the 4 car. He's going to the inside of the 2 right there. What a move. 78 starting to separate himself from the rest of the pack now. Oh, we got wall contact. That stacks up the field. It looks like the 14. 14 just got into the wall. That just caused a lot of pile up through the back. 2 got in it. 4 got in it. And now we got the 95 coming up on the back of both of them as well. 18 spinning in the back. We got Travis Braswell has spun in the back. Oh my goodness. Not a good way to start the race for Travis. He's trying to get going now. 78 just hit off the wall. Marty Phillips just popped the wall coming off of 4.
That was a great lap.
18 to the inside, looking for the lead. We got a pile up in the back. Oh my goodness. And we just had a pile up on the track, folks. I mean, the 32 car right now, Tyler Grafton, just unfortunate series of events. He's going to go several laps down, being forced on pit road now. Marty goes to his outside. Travis goes to his outside. Unfortunate for the 32 car. He gets back in line. Going to have to try to regroup here. It's 250 laps. He has plenty of time. Now the 78 starting to set sight, and oh, Brad just got into the side of the 95 and he got into him again. Look at the contact. Oh, and 95 retaliates down the straightaway. Now the 2 cars slides up in front of the 95 and 88 to his inside. Now the 2 gets a little bit of separation from the rest of the pack.
Careful now, still there.
Now Brad Davis separates himself a little bit from the 95 to 22 to 88. Just a mess. Just a mess. Now the 3 makes contact with another car behind him. Now we got the 18. Oh, the 18 just got to the side of the 14. Cut down to the inside. 14 was looking to the inside. Heavy contact near the front. That's going to jumble the 14 back a little bit. He's got to regroup. That will be JD Wright. Got to come back up. I believe Travis, a lap car, trying to keep the rest of the field behind him. 95 and 2 getting into it again. What a battle for position we're seeing right here between the 2 and the 95. Brad Davis has got to be upset right now. He's trying to get away from that 95 Chevrolet.
Keep hitting your mark, man. You're getting better.
Now Matthew Wolf makes a move to the outside of Brad. As this race is going on, Marty Phillips continues to just pull away in this one. An impressive showing right now from Phillips driving that 78 car. We got Tyler Grafton trying to regroup, running right behind him in his shadows. A little bit of wall contact for the 78. Shouldn't be too much. He's running a consistent race so far.
Hitting your marker, man. You're getting better.
It hasn't been much competition for the leader as we go through the field here. The 78 out front says he's got slight loose adjustment on that car he needs made there in the next pit stop. Maybe some tires, maybe a wedge adjustment can fix that car, get it a little bit tighter. That's scary considering how big of a lead the 78 has in the lead right now.
Clear high, bud.
Now we'll move back to the 14 car. He's running in the second position. J.D. Wright having a very good race. He needs a good race. Looking at where he is in the points right now, he is considered as one of the favorites in this one, although he has the low point standings because of missing several races this year. The 14 definitely looking to make an adjustment on his car. On pit road, they're saying the car is slightly tight, need to loosen it up a little bit. 18 just behind him, just popped off the wall. I don't know if you saw that. Might have a caution for debris here soon. The 95 and the 2 make contact again. This is the third time in the race those two have made contact. Matthew and Brad, the third and fourth in points, racing hard for the third position. Oh my goodness, these two drivers have had no chill since the beginning. The 95 just popped up the wall in the side-by-side. Slamming doors, going around the turn. The 2 just moved the 95 out of the way. Oh my goodness, the racing on this track right now. Third place is the best spot on the track to watch the race. This is what the fans come for right now. This is what they come to see. The racing between the 95 and the 2. Matthew Wolf, Brad Davis putting on a show for these fans for the third position. Now Brad's going to start pulling away a little bit. Looks like his car, he's starting to get a little bit of chill. 95 a little loose off that corner. Going to give a little bit of distance to the 2 car as Whitey closes in right behind him in the 5th position. Right behind Whitey, we have Dean Prince. He's in 6th. He's running a consistent race right behind Whitey. Whitey started back in last. The 22, though, he started near the back as well, having a consistent race. And Thomas Harold running right behind him. We're surprised by that. The 4 car running near the back. He was one of our favorites going into this one. His teammate running up in the 2nd position. We expect that 4 car, Thomas Harold, will come to life at some point and run his way to the front. And now we're back at the front of the pack. The 78 car continues to lead. Marty Phillips having an amazing race. And now the 32 car is beginning to close in. I believe he's several laps down. The 32 car now 1 lap down, beginning to close in on Marty Phillips. Can he get his lap back before either the series of pit stops or the caution for the end of the stage? It's going to be interesting. Either way, he's going to get his lap back, but if he can get that lap back under green, he'll be able to pit with the leaders, maybe have a chance to throw the dice, get a 2-tire stop, get back out front. Track position so important here at Bristol. Well, he definitely has a car that can compete for this win. He is running down the leader right now, closing into about 4/10 away as we run down the straightaway. I'll tell you what, if that 32 car, if he gets back up there and gets his lap back, it's going to be trouble for the rest of these cars on the track. He is the top. We're going to start to go around the field, see what's going on. The 88 car currently in pit road. That is Jamie Barrett.
That's the halfway mark here.
It looks like the 14 car continues to run hard in the 2nd position. Now the 3 of Whitey beginning to close in on the 95. And we have several drivers reporting sights of debris on the racetrack. We don't know if that's confirmed or not. NASCAR's looking at it right now. We have eyes on the track, but we do have several drivers saying there is debris. Trying to get that caution. Their tires may be wearing a little bit fast right now. Yeah, I think that sounds like some unhappy drivers right now. Some worn tires out there trying to get a fake caution. So we got Kyle Whitey as we know him. He's starting to close in on the 95 of Matthew Wolf. Can he take that position away? As Brad has driven away from those two, he's gotten into a good role now and has begun to take off. And we have the cars beginning to make pit stops here on the track. 14 car down pit road, 4 car down pit road. Teammates hitting the pits. Did the 78 pit and I missed it? Nope, I did not miss it. It looks like the 78 has not pitted. He continues to lead laps out in the front. We got cars leaving pit road. We're going to follow the leader right now. He's the car to beat. 78 continues to lead. Well, the 32 has been able to hang right with the 78. And if we get a caution here, it could change everything. Now the 78 begins to slow. It looks like he's waving his hand out the window. Is the 78 coming next time? Are we expecting the 78 on the pit road? Well, I know one person who definitely wants a 78 on pit road. That's Tyler Grafton. He wants that lap back. He's been hanging right behind him. 78 just popped the wall a little bit. Grafton now closes in from behind. '78 continues to lead laps. A dominating performance so far for Marty Phillips. He started on the pole and jumped right out to the lead. Has not let up since. I will be curious to see what will happen if we get a caution here. Bunching the field back up could make things very interesting here in this race.
We got 24 laps. 20.
And now we have the leaders on pit road. The leader slows to get on pit road. The 32, Tyler gets his lap back. Marty makes it on a pit road. Hopefully no penalty. 4 tire change here for the 78. As we get back out on the action on the racetrack.
Drop your speed, driver. Outside, outside.
And now the 95 of Matthew Wolf has taken the lead. Leading laps out front here at Bristol. He is yet to pit. And he looks like his car is getting extremely loose. Popped the wall off the corner there, losing a lot of time. Has the 4 car right behind him. We do know the 4 car has pitted. He's been able to make adjustments on that car. When is the 95 going to make his pit stop? 22's exiting 3 now, exiting pit road as we follow the leader, the 95 car, Matthew Wolf, rolling the dice here at Bristol. Now his teammate Thomas Harrell looking to the inside. No, that's not his team. I apologize. I mixed up the cars. But Thomas pushes his way to the inside. He was not messing around. He said, get out of the way. A little bit of contact. 22 right behind gets into the wall. Now the 95 pops the wall off the corner. And he's going to slow up. They're asking the 95 to come to the pit road. They're begging the driver of the 95, Matthew, come to pit road. He's deciding not to come to pit road right now. This is coming from the driver, not the crew chief of that 95 car. Well, this is a very interesting decision. I'm not sure the strategy behind it. Maybe he feels he can last to the end of the stage. That would be unprecedented. But here we go. Tyler now to the inside, and they're just pushing Wolf out of the line. And Wolf just got shoved up by the 22, got shoved up by the 32. He's just sitting duck right now on the track as he's trying to get that car to turn. Now here comes the 78 now. Looks like he's trying to get his lap back.
inside. Inside, inside.
And the 95 has pitted 78 back to the lead here at Bristol. And the 14 of JD Wright takes up second, and he has closed the gap. Since we saw them last, it looks like the gap has closed between first and second. Still a comfortable lead for Marty, but the 14 definitely making strides. Good pit stop for his team and trying to win this Bristol race. It is the night race. It is intense on drivers. They have to have a lot of stamina. 95 now leaving pit road. And that lost the 95 a lot of track time. It's going to be interesting to see where everybody falls out on the track if we ever get a yellow flag. We do have a report now from the back. We have one car that is out of the race. The 88 has a internal failure on the motor, and we can report that he will have a DNF today. An unfortunate series of events for Jamie Barrett. He was looking for a good race. Just wasn't in the cards for him here today at Bristol. That 88 car looked strong in practice, didn't it? It sure did. It was a strong car. It looked like he had a shot to win today. He'll have to come back next week even stronger.
Still there.
Right now we're watching that 78 car just lay down blistering laps. Marty Phillips has not let up on the field at all. We're 24 minutes into this race, almost. We're closing in on 30 minutes now, actually. And Marty Phillips has been the dominant. Now he closes in on the 22 with Dean Prince. He's one of our in-car drivers. We'll be able to talk to him later. Hopefully he can stay on the lead lap, give us some perspective of a lead lap driver. Maybe get that lucky dog if he doesn't stay on the lead lap. That 78 is tough, and he's fighting them hard. He can't get to the inside. Now the 22 pops the wall. Oh, he comes down and makes contact with the leader. Oh, and the leader now almost spins the car, Marty. And he has JD now closing in on second place. This is getting exciting now, as lap traffic definitely going to play a role in the outcome of this race. And the 78 having trouble passing the 22, trying to stay on the outside. It looked like the 22 might have come down on the 78. It's hard to tell. We don't have a replay of the situation, but now we have the 14 closing in on Marty. JD now closing in 2 car lengths back on Marty Phillips in the 78 car. Now Marty Phillips to the inside of the 22, Dean Prince, as he tries to put him a lap down, but has the 14 on the outside. And now he gets loose off the corner. We have a spin. 78's hard in the wall. Hard in the wall. The leader crashes off the corner. Oh my goodness. What just happened? What just happened? The 22 was guarding his lane. The 78 trying to get by. What have we seen here at Bristol? The fastest car in the race just spun coming off the corner. The 22 was racing him maybe more intense than he should be here at this point in the race. Now the 14 has the lead, and this changes everything. Where's the 78 regroup now? And it looks like we have a yellow flag on the track. First yellow of the race. Debris into stage 1, actually. Be our first caution of the race. The stage will go to J.D. Wright. How exciting is that, folks? And hold on, we're going to see if we can get one of the drivers into the chat real quick as we get ready to go to the green flag for stage 2. Let me see if he's available. Can we have the 22 car come to the chat? Can we get the 22 car in the chat?
Yeah, I'm live.
22, Dean, you were running hard during that last run. You were trying to stay on the lead lap. Did you see the 78 underneath you? It looked like the 78 might have come up. What was your perspective on that incident?
Yeah, I was definitely trying to stay up high there, give him enough room. I did the first time, got into the wall a little bit, and the car came down on him. That was definitely not intentional. And the second time, it seemed like he kind of come up a little higher than he wanted to, and caused a spin out back behind me.
Well, you know what, Dean? You're having a good race. You're back on the lead lap. Get out there and get up to the front.
All right, thanks, man.
Still there.
Thank you, Dean. And we are back to racing. Green flag here at Bristol. Contact in the back. 4-car now to the inside. He's going to fall back. What is going on with the 78? The 78 car reportedly has blown a motor. Oh my goodness. This has changed the entire aspect of the race. Stage 1, the Dominator. Marty is out of the race. You gotta think that might have something to do with the contact with the 22. Might have overheated that motor. And now look who's leading this race. Brad Davis, who we last saw in an intense battle with Matthew Wolf. He's now out in front of the pack, leading JD Wright, who won stage 1, I apologize, stage 1. Is the 32 back on the lead lap? And the 32, after all the frustrations he had early in this race, he is back on the lead lap, running in the 3rd position, running hard up front, has a chance to win this race as the 14 closes in from behind Brad Davis. Brad Davis, what a run he's had today. He had an intense battle with Matthew Wolf that we documented several times, and it looked like Wolf was going to be able to stick with him now. Davis has separated himself from the rest of the field. Now Wolf gets loose off the corner, and we are watching the 14 car close in. That's JD Wright in the 2nd position, and we have Tyler in 3rd now. He's become a contender in this race. It looks like the cars are battling tight on enter, loose on exit. Hard to tell what's going on with the vehicles right now. And now we got a battle in the lead. The 14 pokes to the inside, now back behind the 2. 2 regains control of the race as the 32 falls right in behind in 3rd. And it looks like at the 14 trying to make a move for the lead. He knows he has Tyler. Tyler's all over his back bumper, closing in from behind. He's got to try to get by the 2 at some point, you got to think. Now, here we go to the inside. Tyler now making a run on the 14 as Brad continues to lead here out front. And it looks like we have a little action going on the back of the pack, the 4 and the 22. Oh my goodness, the 4 just hit the inside wall. Thomas. We expected a lot better run than this out of the 4 car. He was one of the favorites going in, just not a good race for him so far. And we are back battling for the lead. We missed that little bit of action out front. It looked like the 32 tried to make a pass for the lead. They made a little bit of contact with the 14. 2 cars still holding up. Looks like the 14. If the 14 can just get by Brad, JD might be able to set sail on this race.
Hang tight there, driver. Hold this line here.
We had 1 car spin in the back. The 3 car spins in the back. That's Kyle Cronwall. He's 2nd in points. And now he regroups, gets that 3 car going. We'll see where he comes out. That's really going to hurt right now. Oh, we got contact off the corner. The 14 car.
Call the caution.
And will that bring out a caution? Yes, it will. 2nd caution of the race. It looked like the 14 came off the wall. The 32 looked to go to the inside. Came down and hit the 14. You got to wonder about damage to the 14. The 32 as well. 2 of the faster cars in this race. A big break for the 2 car. He has no damage except that collision early with the 95, but that was big damage to the 32 and the 14. You got to think that their cars are going to be affected by that. And hold on, after this stage is over, once we get sprawled out, we're going to try to get another driver on the mic once we get back to green. And here we go, we're going to go green. Did the 3? Yes! Kyle stays out.
Almost ready.
What a move. I cannot believe the move by the 3 car. Can we say on the air? Can we say balls on the air? The balls on the 3 car. Amazing. And now the 2 car takes off on the outside and takes the lead. Brad's going to be hard to beat here today driving that 2 car. And now can the 32 or the 14, which one can get by the 3 the quickest to try to take his shots at the 2 car? Here comes the 32 looking to the inside of the 3. That is for the 2nd position. The 3 holds off tight on the outside. He gets loose off the corner and goes to the inside. Now 14 falls back several spots. And can you believe this? We're about 4 laps into this run. The 3 car continuing to hang up front. Pops the wall a little bit off that corner, regroups himself, and gets back at it on the 2 car. He closes right back in, a little bit of wall contact there. He's flattening out the right side of that car, but it's making him fast right now. He might have a shot at this victory if he can close in on the 2 car, continue to make that 3 car better. We haven't seen the 3 car compete up front for the lead yet in this race, but he's a new contender now towards the front. Older tires on that car. Is that a cone in the middle of the track? And contact between 2nd and 3rd, and the 18 in the wall in the back. We have action all over this one. As a 32, Tyler takes over 2nd and closes in on the 2 car. Now the 32 continues to run hard around the track, looking for that pass on the 2 car. He's trying to close in. We think the 32 might be a little bit quicker, but the 2 has run an amazing race to this point. Great consistency from Brad. He's kept his car clean. He's kept the fenders intact for the most part. And now that he has the lead, it's his race to lose, it looks like. Well, it changed everything when the 78 dropped out. Marty Phillips had control of this race. And when he went to the end, to the garage, I mean, that just changed the whole aspect. It looks like it's anybody's race now to win. And now we got cars accordion affecting throughout the field. As we continue to watch the 32 climb to the front. And the 2 continues to lead, but look who's closing in on the 3rd position, the 4 car of Thomas. So far, the 32 car this season doesn't have a win. I mean, just incredible. I can't believe that at this point the 32 does not have a victory this season. Only 4 top 5s and 5 starts. Oh, so he's run consistently up front, just hasn't broken through for that victory yet in the limited schedule he has run.
That car there's on your inside. It's inside.
And now look at the 3 car.
Clear low. Inside.
And we are going to go on the hood of Thomas as Kyle gets by in that 3 car. Kyle has 1 victory this season. He's looking for his 2nd. Well, Brad will be looking for his 4th win. But right now, going for win number 10 here today. Thomas, some life starting to come in that car. Yeah, it looked like he was done early in this race, but they're beginning to work on it. It's beginning to climb towards the front. It's amazing that Kyle has been able to hang where he is with those old tires. The 3 car hanging tough right now. And if he can hang right there, it would be huge for his chances to win this race. Coming to pit road, get 4 tires, be in the top 4. And Brad now continues to lead.
Hard on the outside.
He's setting a rapid pace here around Bristol. And looks like a little bit of contact there off the 2 car. We're gonna go to a different camera. See if we can get into the back of this pack You see what's going on. Here we go. We got the 95 now. The 4 has made his way by the 3 now. The 95 looking to do the same. That's Matthew Wolf. That's going to be for the 4th position. Kyle trying to hang on with a gutsy pit move that they made, but that car is just starting to get away from him now. Beautiful paint scheme on that car, though. The red, white, and blue. Love the look of that car here tonight under the lights at Bristol. Gotta salute America. And now the 95 Matthew Wolf trying hard to get to the inside of Kyle in the 3 car. He takes a shot at it again. He just can't complete that run. The 3 just getting a crazy run off the corner. Now the 14. And look who it is. JD Wright starting to make his way back through the field. We're going to get on the 14 car now as he starts to make his way towards the front. Yeah, one of the cars that was in that earlier contact with the 32. The 32 has soldiered on. Now the 14 has not been as lucky. Now the 4, oh! The 14 plows the wall. And we saw that happen live. Right up into the 14. Oh my goodness, no yellow flag. Inside. Oh my goodness. And this has changed the race. Now we're going to go back to the leader. He's got 2 cars right in front of him as the 32 closes in on behind him. The whole race just taking shifts, lap after lap. We got 16 laps to go in stage 2 as we go around. We're looking for 15 to go. Can the 32 make a run? He does to the inside. We got the helicopter cam. 32 to the inside of the 2. The 2 car now racing off the corner, trying to hold on to the stage 2 victory. Oh no, they made contact off the corner. He got a little wiggly now. He slides up in front. The 32 to the inside. Back out in front here at Bristol. We close in on 10 laps to go. Racing getting intense in stage 2. Brad trying to hold on to the lead. The 32 of Tyler coming back from a lap down, trying to take the stage victory away from the 2 car. Well, it's been a great run so far for the 32 car. He has 1 stage victory this season. That car is hungry. He wants his 2nd stage win. He wants to win this race. Now the crowd gets louder and louder as the 32 car gets on the back of the 2. "12 laps to go as we race around Bristol. It'll be 11 this time by. They have the 4 car right in front of them. Thomas, will he be a factor? The 32 now pops off the wall as we come around the corner. 2 takes the high arc, 32 low. 2 different entrances in the corner, same exit out by the wall. And the 32 is getting a great run on that inside, something not a lot of people have been able to do today. And it is working for that car right now. He cannot get by
10 laps to go.
the 2 car for the lead. Now can the 4 stay on the lead lap? Can the 2 hold off the 32? Can the 32 get by? Now we're going to go to the cam of the 32. 32 just cannot pass him. Tyler cannot get by Brad. He's got the 4 just in front of him, just can't get the run. We're going to watch this view, folks. This is going to be an exciting run to the green and checkered flag here at the end of stage 2. Seven laps to go now as we race around Bristol. Can Tyler make a move? He's starting to lose a little bit of speed. Looks like that car is a little bit loose. We're watching the 32 car. He's beginning to fall back. That car really tightening up. The 2 car, just impressive run.
All the room.
Earlier, it looked like he had around a third-place car. Some cars have dropped out. Some cars have gone to the back. Now the 32 goes to the outside. He's trying to make a move, trying to get a run off the corner. He does. He closes in within 2 or 3 car lengths on the 2 car. Here, closing in 5 laps to go here at Bristol.
5 to go. You got this.
And the 2 car begins to separate himself again. The 32 gets a little bit more of a run as he continues to get higher and higher on the track, trying to get the run off the corner, changing his line here at Bristol. And he pops the wall there, but he gets a great run off the corner, right to the back of the 2 car. Bumper to bumper as we race into turn 3. Contact side by side. The 32 shoves his way in there, side by side. They hit, they touch. 4 to go here at Bristol. Oh, he spins it. The 32 spins it. On the pit road, you have to be kidding me. The 32 hits the apron, an intense race, goes on the pit road, and we're going to have to go back to the 2 car, watch him to see if he laps the 32. It looks like he's going to. The 32 is going to go a lap down yet again. 1 lap to go. He's going to let the 32 go. What a gesture by the 2. Impressive move of sportsmanship. That was impressive. What a great move. And while that was going on, the 3 car has something that's happened to the 3.
Clear the pit. Hammer down. Come on, go.
What a run that was. That was exciting. We're going to try to get somebody on the radio here. Can we get the 32 on the radio when we get a chance, whenever you get a chance? We're calling in the driver of the 32 car right now. What an intense race we had right there. That was exciting.
Yeah, it's definitely fun.
We'll see if we get to 30. Is this the 30? Is this Tyler right here? We got a copy, Tyler?
Yeah, you got a copy.
Tyler, when you got side by side with the 2 car there with about 4 laps to go, did you think you had that stage?
No, just because the way it's how hard to pass around here. So we just I gotta figure out a little something to just get around and make sure these passes can stick a little harder. But I mean, I'm not gonna put the guy on the wall. So I mean,
I hear you. Your car does look. Your car looks a little loose right now. Do you know what you're gonna do to it? We don't need to know, but do you know?
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a little tight right now, and we'll see what we got.
It's been so exciting watching you. Get up there and win this race, Tyler.
Be smooth out here. Have a good day.
We want to thank the driver of the 32 for popping in during that break. That was great for the fans. And we're going to go back to racing. We're going to follow the 32 car here around. We got Wolf now near the front. 122 laps to close out this last day. We are 3 wide. Thomas now makes contact. Oh, the 32 is in the wall again. I can't believe that happened. Are we going to end up getting a yellow flag? And we do. We're going to have a yellow. Unfortunate series of events there. A bit of contact with the 4 and the 32. 32 had nowhere to go. We saw it live. Now we're going to be able to make a couple of more adjustments here. We got a chance to talk to a driver on that last break. The 32 shared with us that he does know what he's going to do to the car, but after that damage taken, you got to wonder, is his car going to drive the same? And now we have a different set of players in the front. How about the 95? Wolf now racing to the front here, and he's battling with Brad, and it seems like we've seen this before. We're going to watch the 2 car take them to the green flag here. Green flag's in the air, back at Bristol. Just under 120 laps to go. The racing getting intense on the track. Can the 2 get back out front? He shuts the door on the 95. He had to do that. He had to close the door on that outside run. With the 95 was out there, he could make a run to the move. Now that the 2 is out there where he has been strong the entire race. Well, Brad has run a very methodical run. Now the 14 trying to make his run to the front.
You're clear.
Now we got the 14 bearing down. That would be J.D. Wright to the inside of the 95. Matthew Wolf trying to make a run to the inside here at Bristol. I still don't think we've seen the last of the 32 car in Tyler. A lot of adversity in this race, to the back several times, but he has always made his way back to the front. Watch that 32 car here late. And now we have a 3-car breakaway trying to get away from the rest of the pack. The 22 car in the 4th position, the highest he's been in the race so far. Now Matthew Wolf closing in on the back of Brad. It's been so hard to pass that 2 car here today. It's been nearly impossible. And again, we just want to thank everybody, all our sponsors, for running an amazing race here today in KAB Racing here at Bristol. It's been exciting. It's been everything that the fans could have hoped for. We had the 78 dominate early. We had an early battle between the 95 and the 2, and now we have the 2 leading, and look who's closing in from behind. It's the 95 yet again, and he gets loose off the corner. He almost loses it. Wolf to the outside. Just like that, it can change at Bristol. Wolf now holding the outside line, trying to get the run off the corner. Turn 4. Still has the lead as we go into 1. The 14 now, J.D. Wright trying to follow by. Can Brad slide in between? No, he cannot. Brad now hanging hard on the inside. Nobody's been able to make that inside work all day. And now he slides in between. He loses 1 spot getting loose, but he's back to the inside now. Trying to make a move to the 95. He gets to the quarter panel and falls back. Slides in front of the 14 again. This has been exciting. And we're going to change cars right now. We're going to go back a little bit now to the 14 as the 2-car Brad trying to make a move on the 14. No, he's trying to make a move on the 95. Excuse me. And he slides back in line. We're going to go to the 32 car who's beginning to make moves. He can watch this entire battle from the 5th position. And the 95 gets loose. And the 2, it takes out Brad. Oh my goodness. What did we just see? What did we just see? Now he's got to regroup back to the 5th position. We're going to watch in as Brad tries to make his way back through the field. We're going to go through the field right now. We got Matthew Wolf leading the field around. The 95 has been around the 4th or 5th position most of the race. Right now, he's currently leading the race. He's had an intense battle with the 2-car all day. Leading here at Bristol, does he have the car that can keep the lead and hold off those such as the 14 and the 32? Now the 14 is the car in second. JD, we know he has the speed. He's been around second most of the race when Marty was dominating early. The 14 was riding around second. He's looking to close in on the 95, thinks he's faster, thinks he has the fastest car on the track. Can he win today here at Bristol? We're going to take you 1 car back, and it's the 32 car. He's had an adverse race so far, 1 lap down, had a spin earlier that put him back in the back of the field. He's worked his way back to 3rd and has a chance as he closes in on the 95 and the 14. Back in the 4th position now. We have the 22 car. It's about the highest he's been running all race. This is Dean Prince. We had him on the radio earlier today. He's one of our in-car drivers. Had an intense battle early in the race, and now to the inside of him is Brad, trying to make his way back to the lead. The driver that won the 2nd stage, having difficulty spinning out earlier in the race, as we have a battle up front. Yes, the 32 car now getting tired of running in 3rd. We knew he had the speed. He might have the fastest car in the track. The 14 now to the inside of the 95. Matthew Wolf, now the 14 pushed up into the 95 by the 32. We saw that live, and the 14 gets the pussy knees, gets to the lead. 95 back to 2nd. Now the 32 will fall back into the 3rd position as he holds still right there. That wasn't the intent he wanted. Now the 14 has the clean track. He might be able to run away with this one. As we're watching a little ways back, we want to monitor the movement of the 2 car. He needs to get by the 22 quickly. Although we have 100 plus laps to go, closing on less than 100, we still need the still 2 cars needs to start making a move towards the front, get by the 22, and set the sights on the 95. We saw a lot of contact there on our side-by-side. The 2 car tried to get to the inside of the 22. He pounded the wall. Now the 32 to the outside. 95 lets the 32 go. That's for 2nd position. Matthew Wolf just let Tyler go by for 2nd. Now he can set his sights on JD and see if he can close in. The 2 car gets extremely loose off the corner. That car is sideways off the corner. Contact from the 3, and he falls back into the clutches of the 4. Now the 2 car loose off the corner again. This is not what we expected from Brad. He dominated that second stage, wasn't able to pass. Now he's back in lap traffic. It's a different car. The 3 car now to his outside, trying to take that position. Brad now slide job into the front of the 3 car. 4 moves in behind both of them, trying to take position.
All right, now you're clear.
And we have a battle up in front for the second position. While we were watching that battle, the 95 was able to get back by the 32. The 32 now, what is going on with that car? It looks like he's fighting a loose condition. Tyler is. He might have had the car to beat early, but the damage starting to take effect on that 32 Ford. The 95 extremely loose, and the only car right now that's really plugged up has to be that 14 car. That car is running smoothly, running right in the middle of the track, coming off the turn well. He is fast out front. JD Wright leading the way.
All right, now you're clear.
And the 4 car with a little bit of loose condition in the back. Here we go, the 32 closing on the 95. 22 gets a little bit loose in the back. Contact on the rear quarter panel of the 95. Trying to get to the second position as we race around Bristol. Now the 32 gets loose again, loses a lot of time. I can't believe this keeps happening. He's trying so hard to get by the 95, just can't do it.
Bottom lane's clear.
Now the 22 up into the outside wall from behind. We saw that in our rear view from the 32. The 3 car has taken over that position in 4th. The 22 slides back to 5th. And what a disappointing race so far it's got to be for the 2 car. No, the 2 car has made his way back up to 5th. That wasn't the 3, that was the 2. It looked like he was gone for good. We might have yelled out the wrong car number, but he's up to 4th. Starting to make his way back to the front. It could get exciting if that 2 car begins to close in. We're going to try to watch the gap close. We're going to keep along, right along here with the 2 car and see if he can close that gap to the 32 and the 95 as they continue to battle hard for the second position. Oh, the 32 now closes in. I think he's faster than the 95. He just can't figure out a way to get by him. Meanwhile, that's allowing the 14 to just pull away with this race. Now the 32 trying to get to the outside of the 95, trying to get a run. Can't get a run on the 95.
All right, now you're clear.
He's losing time. And right now the 2 car not getting any time as well. Here goes the 95 to the inside of the 32. That's the most intense battle on the race at the moment. That's for second place. And right now JD has to be loving this in that 14 car. Well, we're going to go ahead and take a look right now. JD Wright, it looks like 5 victories, an impressive record in only 12 starts. And now that he's gotten out front, he might be able to clamp down here today at Bristol. As we head to commercial break, we want to thank all our listeners. This has been an intense broadcast brought together by Nationwide, brought together by Bass Pro Shops, MRA Night Race. We want to thank all our sponsors, NASCAR, KBA, Racing as well, for putting on a great event here tonight at Bristol. We'll be right back, folks.
Inside. Stay high. Still there. Bottom lane's clear. Use it if needed.
And we are back here at Bristol as we have watched an intense battle under the coverage. The 2-car began to make his way to the front. We have several cars making final pit stops here with about 80 laps to go here at Bristol. The 2-car on a pit road, the 95 on pit road, the 14, when is he going to make his pit stops? The 32 yet to make his pit stops. 95 car now leaving pit road. Now it's the 32 and the 14. Now the 32 waving. He's coming to the pit road. Nice and easy now for the 32. 32 comes into pit road looking for a clean stop for the crew from the 32. Looking for a victory here today for Tyler. It would be big for him. Career victory number 2. Oh no, it'd be number 1. It'd be career victory number 1. What a celebration it would be if he could put that 32 in victory lane. And what a race we've seen from that 32 car. It's been exciting. '32 car now back onto the track. We're going to rejoin with the 32. Oh, no, he didn't. No, he didn't just do that. I cannot believe what has just happened. He just blew a tire or something. They left a... No, it's a lug wrench. They left a wrench on the back of the car. Automatic penalty. Oh, my goodness. The 32. What a race. It's just not his race today. A spin, a lap down early, and now a mistake from the pit crew members and frustration seen from the driver of the 32. Visibly frustrated inside that car. We thought he had the car to win this race. He had the fastest car on the track. He was slowly reeling JD in. Just not meant to be here tonight for the driver of the 32 car. And that really sets things up for the 14. Now, will he have any competitors here late? Yeah, it's just a disappointing turn of events for the 32 car. It looked like he had this race in hand. It looked like he was going to challenge the 14 for the victory. Not able to hold on to a big mistake on pit road. Well, it's got to be heartbreak down there in the pit of the 32. All the work they put in today to have a mistake like that on pit road, on an adjustment. The mistake didn't need to be made. It's just very disappointing for that entire team. And that's what happens when you haven't won yet. When you're looking to break through, things like that will take you out of it. And now I believe we have the 32 car one lap down on track again. This is the 14 car now. JD Wright, it has taken such a shift. He was running in second, third. Marty Phillips was leading the race early. Brad dominated the second stage. 95 was able to lead, and the 14 has just, besides that early incident with the 32, has kept himself relatively clean here today. As he closes in on the 3 car to put him a lap down. Kyle now closing in on the 3 car, and that's going to be detrimental to the race of the 32. We're watching the 32's race right now. If the 3 car gets passed by the 14, then the 32 has to pass the 3. He's got to get that lucky dog pass. That's a big battle for the lucky dog right now. We're going to watch this battle. Here comes the 14 to the inside.
All right, clear low.
And we're going to watch this from the view of the 32. And it looks like Kyle now goes to the outside. He's not going to let him by in the 3 car. 14 now closing on the inside. 32 trying to close in. Oh, the 3 almost lost it. Almost takes off the nose of the 14.
Got one down low now. Got one
now the
down
3
low.
trying to hang tough on the outside. 14's got to slow up. 32, huge run. This is the 32's race. He has to stay with these two. 3 hanging hard on the outside of the 14. JD now trying hard to put the 3 a lap down. Kyle not letting it happen as Tyler closes in from behind. The 3 car again clears him off the corner. 32 closes in. Tyler now, can he make a move? He's got to stay right behind the 3 car.
The bottom lane's clear. Use it if you need it. Hold your line. You got one inside.
Now here we go. The 3 car again made contact with the outside wall. Gives the 14 the open lane, but gets such a run off the corner. What a run he gets. Now the 32 trying to replicate that run. Gets a hit. Can't go by. Oh, and he's going to double pop that wall. He just cannot. Oh, now the 32 caught against the wall. And these cars are just, they are beat all to hell here today. Another run on the inside of the 3. Trying to hold on. Kyle not letting it happen. What a run by the 3 car. Holding the leader up. Can the 32 make his way by? If we get a caution, this could possibly be the race for the win, because that 32 car might be the car to beat. Another 32 gets loose again, almost spins it out, saves it, brings it back on the track. Still an intense battle, trying to put the 3 a lap down. 14 wasting a lot of time right now, battling the 3 car. 32 still trying to make a move. Now the 32 trying to get to the outside of the 14. If he can at least get his fender there, get a nose to the outside of the 14, he might be able to slide behind the 3 and get by on the outside. Maybe try to get a run at the 3. He's just not able to get a run on the 14 on the outside. Now he does. He has a great run now. 3 gets into the wall. 32 comes off. 32's got that run. To the outside of the 14. That's to get his lap back. 32 pops the wall. 3 into the wall. 14 now dives hard to the inside. This is intense batting. Now the 32 to the inside of the 3. He sees an opportunity. Trying to get by the 3. Trying to get that lucky dog position. Not going to happen. The 3 battle back on the outside. What an intense battle for that 1 lap down position. 32 has to get by him. He has no choice. The 3 making it difficult. Kyle now holding them up in that beautiful red, white, and blue paint scheme. 32 is just too loose on corner exit. We see the tire spin off every time. Just cannot get the grip needed to get to the inside and get the drive off to pass the 3 car. Yeah, the 3 car, we see him struggling on entry. The 32 is not. And there he goes. He puts him up near the wall. Couldn't capitalize on it. Actually hurt himself in the transaction. And we're going to go back a ways real quick. This is Brad looking from his view, looking up at the leaders. That's the leaders right in front of him. The 2 car coming to life here late. And we got Wolf now, the 4 car, and the 95 swapping positions here near the back. As the 14 continues to lead, he was held up there for a while. We got the 22 loose off the corner right in front of the leader. Not a good place to be right now as the 3 car closes in. And we got the 32 watching that exchange. The 2 is beginning to close in on all those cars out near the front. Can the 14 get by the 22 of Dean Prince? Well, Dean has had a struggle of a race here today in that 22 car. We expected a little bit more from him when we talked to him earlier today. He felt he had a little bit of confidence. Not the case right now here late at Bristol, late in the run as he looks to go a lap down. And we're closing in on 49 laps to go, getting down to the nitty-gritty of this race. We continue to watch the 14. No pressure right now from second position. He's got 2 lap cars in between himself and the 2 car. A caution could change the entire event. The question is, will the caution fly at some point? There goes the 22 getting loose off the corner. And now the 14 has the lane that he needs to get by the 22. He hits that wall, the 22 trying to squeeze him, he doesn't. 14 has the run, he gets loose. Now the 3 car battling behind him, trying to get back to the inside as the 22. No, he will go a lap down. Oh, the 3 car loses it. Kyle loses it in the back, into the wall. He corrects it, 2 car goes by. Intense battle with just over 45 laps to go here at Bristol.
That car there is on your inside. He's inside.
And now we're going to look around. We're going to see how is Brad doing. Can he close in? Well, it's been an exciting race so far. We've had ups and downs. We want to take you through a race recap right now. We started off early. Marty Phillips led us to the green flag early on in that 78 car. Yeah, that 78 car was dominant early on. The 88 dropped out of an early engine failure. 78 went to victory in stage 1. Yeah, but stage 2 was a different story. The 78 had a car problem, and that would put him out of the race. That would shift the attention over the 2 car who would take the lead. He had an intense battle with the 95 early on of Matthew Wolf. Yeah, once the 2 car got the lead, he set sail on stage 2. He would win that one. Once the stage 3 started, the 2 car, bit of a mistake on pit road, fell back, action on the track, left him in the back of the pack, and that's when the 14 car would take over the race. Now that's where we stand right now. The 14 has the lead. The 2 car fastest on the track, consistently turning the fastest laps, trying to run down the 14 here late. Just over 40 laps to go here at Bristol. And now we're watching Brad right now in this battle. He's not really in a battle right now. He's trying to close in. The 95 coming off a pit road. 14 continues to lead. And we have cars making final pit stops. 2 car now on the pit road, making a pit stop early. Here we go, 32 on pit road, 2 car on pit road, final pit stops here at Bristol with a little over 40 laps to go. And we are watching the 2 car right now on pit road. He's going to be the one that we watch. 2 car now exiting with the 32. They'll exit together and wait for the 14 to hit pit road. 14 now coming into the pits now. The leader is pitting. We will watch the car in second and see if he can make up anything on the 14 car. Oh, and the 2 car into the wall early off the corner. There's the 14. There's one of his laps back. Loose off the corner. 2 almost loses it. And there goes Kyle past him. Maybe low air pressures right now affecting that 2 car, and Brad really getting him loose off the corner. Hard to control it. Comes around to get another lap back from the 14. Now this will be the second lap back. Brad back on the lead lap now. When is the 14 going to come off a pit road? Here comes Brad around the corner. Off a 2. Racing around turn 3. 14 now exiting pit road. Yeah, he gained a lot of time right there on the 2 car. 14, great pit stop. This is his race to control as Brad goes by the 3 car. Clean move there. Kyle allowing Brad to pass. Good move there. And we don't have much action on the track. A lot of guys spread out right now. 14 continues to lead this race. A little on the white race back, about a straightaway back now is Brad. We saw him peek up on the back of the screen. 14 continues to lead. JD in the lead here at Bristol. And just to recap some of the action here today, several problems for many of the drivers on the track as we go down the list. Thomas first in points He's had troubles throughout the race. Looks like his car might have came in the middle of the stage around 4th place. He got up to, and then it started falling back to the back again. Kyle Cornwall as well, the 3 car, made a gutsy call in stage 2 to stay out and take the lead. Brad was able to take it away early, go on to win stage 2. Kyle hung strong up in the front for a while. Eventually those tires faded. He fell back to about 4th or 5th position. He's been riding around there for most of the race. Matthew Wolf, another one, battled early with Brad in the race. Brad, one of the dominators in this race, and he's been another one that's been struggling around 4th, 5th position. Showed some promise in the middle of the race, was able to get towards the lead, and just hasn't been able to make a move towards the front yet in that 95 car. That brings us to 4th in points, Brad, and he has had what we consider to be the fastest car after Marty Phillips. Loose issues with that car has caused him some trouble, some pit road issues as well. And that's been the story for the 32 car as well. Tyler Grafton, who's had a lot of issues on pit road, came on pit road twice in one pit stop, lost a lap twice. Now he stands a lap down now, and even if he gets a yellow, he's going to have to rely on that lucky dog, which he's in position now to get. But the 95 is about to go a lap down. So, just an awful turn of events for the 32. 18 blew a motor early. That was unfortunate. 22's been riding around in the back. 78 with his problems in the middle of the race. Looked like he was going to win this race early. Had the dominant car. Led most of stage 1. Dropped off. 88 as well. Dropped off. Been a tough race for a lot of competitors here today, including the guy running in 2nd. But it's been the 14. He's been the one guy. He had one incident with the 32. Besides that, he's been very consistent, running up front, running fast lap times. Can he close it out here today at Bristol? It'd be his 6th victory of the season and only his 13th start. Now the 14 trying to make his way to the inside of the 95. JD looking to put the 95 a lap down. 95 slows down, will let him by. That will affect the race because the 32 now has to get up and pass the 95. And actually, we have a report that has put the 95 2 laps down, an earlier problem. Put him a lap down early from the pit stops. Unfortunate series of events. The 14 now, 20 laps to go here at Bristol. And this has turned into the show of the 14. A hell of a season so far. Yeah, it's just been a beatdown so far from JD Wright driving that 14 car. It's his 13th start. It'll be his 9th top 5 if he can close it out, his 6th victory of the season. And just an impressive showing here today. Continues to rack up those playoff points to challenge Thomas at the end of the year for that championship.
That was a great lap.
Closing in on the end of the race here now. 14 beginning to get into some lap traffic. He's got to maneuver through these cars carefully. Try not to make any contact. Try to close out the end of this race. Well, he's got the 22 just in front of him. He's got the 4 just in front of that. Good race so far here today for JD. Just got to close out these last 20 laps. And now here goes Dean Prince to the inside of Thomas. Those are 2 lap cars battling just in front of the leaders. And this could be a scary situation for the 14 here, closing in on the end of the race. We're watching the battle right now, right in front of the leader as we go around here at Bristol. The 22 car just in front of the leader, his teammate running in second in the 2 car. Will he hold up the leader? Will he let him go? Closing in on the end of this race. "11 laps to go as we race around Bristol. This time by it'll be 10 as J.D. Wright." You know, I was talking to some people in the backs before the race started, trying to get a feel for who the favorites were in this race. And I had one competitor come up to me and say, watch out for that 14 car.
10 to go. 10 to go.
That he was going to be sneaky fast. And he was going to be one to be here today. And sure enough, that 14 car, whether he was as fast as 78 or as fast as the 2, he consistently put himself near the front, stalked those guys all day long. Less than 10 laps to go now as we race around Bristol. Six laps to go now at Bristol for the 14 car. He's got nobody in front of him except the 4 a little ways off in the distance. We'll look behind him. He's got Dean Prince in the 22. An impressive run here today. 5 laps to go now at Bristol. 5 laps to go from victory. It'll be a 6th victory of the season for J.D. Wright. An impressive showing here in the final stage at Bristol. Yeah, he lurked right behind the leaders in stage 1. Lurked behind him in stage 2. He's going to close it out here in stage 3, the final stage, and take this Bristol victory. 250 grueling laps. Did anybody have anything for him? Not today. His car was it just ran straighter than everybody else's. He didn't have that loose issue off the corner. Only a couple laps to go now as we race around for the 14. 3 to go. Two laps to go as we race around here at Bristol. We follow the 14 car as he closes in on the back of the 4. It'll be the white flag as he comes out of turn 4. White flag in the air over J.D. Wright in the 14 car. Into turn 1. Coming around turn 2 on the back of the 4. Around turn 3. Off of turn 4, 6 victories and counting as we race through the Cup season. Bristol victorious for J.D. Wright in the 14. What a race!
We'll get him next time.
An impressive race for the team of the 14. Good stuff here today. Wow. An intense race. Fun stuff here today at Bristol. We're going to see if we can get the winner in the chat. Give us a moment. We're going to get the winner of the race in here to talk to us momentarily. What a race we saw here today. We saw a lot of action. We saw a lot of things happening out on the track. But we saw one rise above everybody else here today. It was the 14 car. We're trying to get him in here momentarily. Waiting on the 14. We have the 14 on the mic. Hold on one second. 14 car, first of all, congratulations today on your victory, JD. An impressive running. You're welcome. Now, let me ask you a couple of things. First of all, stage 1 and stage 2, it didn't look like you had the dominant car. You were running around second place both those stages. What changes were you able to make in pit road? You don't have to give the specifics, but what were you able to do to give you that little bit to get to the lead? Well, it was extremely exciting to watch the race. It looked like you had the most consistent car out there. You didn't get in any trouble. Congratulations. Everybody watched a great race. Good job out there today, JD. Thank you. And that's going to conclude our broadcast here today. KAB Racing, what a race at Bristol. 250 and 10 slaps. We saw so much action. The 95 and the 2 going at it early on in the race. The 78 early on dominating. The 2 car took stage 2, and then the 14 caps it off, dominating the final 120 laps of this one. Intense battles throughout. Can't wait for next week. Signing off here today. What a race.